Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you're doing good. I'm Deshka Suryaprama. Today I'll be giving you all 7 tips on how to be an effective podcaster. So, what exactly do you need to be an effective podcaster? Before you begin, think about where to host your feed or how to attract listeners to your show. The first thing you need to do is to decide what kind of show you will be making. While interview shows may be one of the most popular formats out there, currently, there are other formats such as conversational, educational, solo casts, etc. Once you find your format, there you go. First things first, you will need a microphone, headphone, and a software. A good equipment is the number one rule in making a good podcast. The quality of the sound matters a lot. It's worth to invest in special tools which you will be able to work on your material. Secondly, should you be an expert in the area you talk about? Yes, definitely. Please know what you're talking about, otherwise, you'll get lost and confused. It's good to talk about topics and issues that you have wide knowledge about. Otherwise, you'll sound unprofessional and people won't enjoy listening to you. People would like to hear the news from credible sources. If the podcast is recorded, you can always add or cut out parts, but when it's live, it may not be that easy. Thirdly, does knowing your audience matter? Yes, a big yes. You should know who you want your audience to be, whether it's project managers, students, or maybe cat lovers. It is a priority to aim your content at a particular group of people. By doing so, there's a higher chance of gaining fans and faithful listeners. It is also good to know what people expect from you. Moving on to the fourth point, don't you get bored listening to long conversations? I do, and you all most certainly do. So please make sure you have podcasts of a proper length. Longer the podcast, the less likely the listeners would listen to the entire audio. But it also doesn't mean that it should last only 5 minutes. The average length of a podcast should be between 15 to 30 minutes. Okay, now moving on to the sixth point. Don't you like to have fun? Everybody does, right? So be it. Go on. Be enthusiastic, listen and engage with your audience. Make your show super fun to them. Crack some jokes and you will retain them with you forever. And the last point on how to be an effective podcaster. Can you remember the saying, practice makes you perfect? So be prepared. Of course, you don't need to have every second planned, but it is good to know more or less. Prepare a set of questions or topics and keep practicing. It can only make you perfect. So that's all for today. Hope you learned some effective tips and also hope you enjoyed my podcast. Have a good day.